Hello there, welcome to JonnyBuildz. I'm your host, of course, Johnny, and it is a little bit different time that I'm doing this stream than I normally do. Normally it's a Tuesday at 8 in the evening, but it's morning. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and we are going to do the Blacktron Renegade, the original. This is the OG version of this ship because first of all, I've never built this. I've never owned this, and I have been excited to do this one since I got it in August from Brick Fair from one of my streaming friends, Cheap Ass Bricks. But also, whenever January 1st happens, or January 4th, depending on whether you go to the store itself or whether you get it online, there is a new version of this ship that is an Icons version of the Blacktron Renegade that is designed differently than this one, and it is going to be fun to do next week whenever I'm back at home. Right now, as you can see, my studio is not what I normally am doing. But anyway, so first I wanted to show you this. This is non-Lego, but I thought it was really cool looking. This is what I've done so far on this particular build, which is a little gingerbread house. As you can see, it is actually very finely detailed. The bricks are smaller than Lego brick, but they look really, really good. The way it's put together and everything. It's even got interior. It even has 2 lights. I'm not finished with it. This is only bags 1 and 2. I'm not finished with it. Hey, never too old. How you doing? Yeah, I'm not going to eat the bricks. Don't worry. But it even has full interior. It's got, like, the turkey down here. We've got a bed and a loft. But there's a light up here and a light down here. And then there's another set of lights for the rest. As you, like I said, the front. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. There's like a Christmas tree. And I'm betting the lights are for the Christmas tree. So, hey, Brett's Builds, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. So, we are, this is just something I wanted to show. I was working on this. I got it at a one of those bins places where they have like a whole bunch of bins all over the place. And like it starts at a certain price when they restock. And then the next day it goes down $1. The next day it goes down $1. And I got this. So, I think it was like $5 or $6. And it's all there so far. And it's pretty neat. I actually want to turn this into Lego, but I want to finish this first. Like I said, it's a lot smaller than Lego is, but it's been pretty cool. So anyway, that's that. Just wanted to show that real quick before we get started. And because this is not, in a box or whatever, it's just in a bag. This is actually the parts list that I had to finish up. There were like 3 or 4 parts that were missing that I had to do, which is not a big deal because they were parts that I had because I loved Blacktron when I was growing up. And I had all the sets for Blacktron except for the Renegade. Well, now I have it, and now I get to build it for the first time. And the next week we'll build the new one, which will be kind of fun. So let me get the timer set up here. Hopefully you guys can see everything good. Again, this is not my normal place that I stream from. The lighting isn't the best, but I put this little like flashlight, bright light here to lighten everything up. And I'm using a new camera. So this camera here is brand new. I got it for Christmas, and hey, you are? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. This camera is an Elgato version 2, I think it is, or something like that. And it seems to do like everything very nicely. I gotta adjust the settings and play with it, but this is the first time using it, and so far it seems to be pretty good. So anyway, we're gonna get started. Let's get the timer up, just because why not? As you can see from the scroll, it's only like 300 some odd pieces, but that's okay. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So because it is, custom packaged, so to speak. I'm hoping, and I trust Cheap Ass, but I'm hoping all the pieces are here. But this is how you built Lego back in the day. Now, granted, we're not dealing with sets that have like over 1,000 pieces. We're dealing with sets that like, again, 300 pieces. And last week we did the Robot Command Center. I think like had a little bit less than 300 pieces. And the other two sets, even though they were pretty neat, they did not have a whole ton of pieces. But this is how you built things back in the day. You just had a box, you opened it, and there was like a bag, maybe two, but they weren't numbered. And then here you go. So let's spread these out a little bit, and let's get building. So, how's everyone's Christmas been? Oh, he has all the pieces here put together. What I always loved about these sets, though, is like we've got a lot of custom pieces, all printed. These are all printed. There were no stickers back in the day, but these are all custom tiles and things like that. So always nice and fun to have that kind of stuff. So I want to make sure I can find those easily. See, like this, we got like these kind. That's all printed tile. So Lego used to do that. Like they did it with all their computers and things like that. I don't know why they can't still do that. So, but it is what they've chosen. This is too small. I need a 10. There we go. That's a 10. So let me move. Let me actually make an area here that we can start building this thing. That should be good. Put that there. Because it mostly is black, it's going to be hard to see some of the detail, but I think the new camera is going to help. But yeah, it's hard to see some of the black on black, I know. Custom 1995 cartoon accurate X-Men minifigure. All right. Now that's cool, and that's also the way it should be. You went from the 95 series. Their 97 series I heard was pretty decent, but at the same time, it's not the same as the original. You know what I mean? So he put, as he was doing stuff, he put some of the pieces together. Now the only piece that's not correct is I used one of these. This is all black. It should be like this. The tube should be like this. Yellow in the middle. I have other ones. I just was not able to find one at the time. But that's okay. So let's build actually a Blacktron person. There are 2 in the new set, I believe. But they do look the same, like their outfits are the same. So how's everyone's Christmas? See, this is the I loved the way they looked, and the fact that their helmets is just a black visor, really cool. Lego Ideas Treehouse. Oh, nice! That's awesome. Nice. That is fantastic. The treehouse looks really cool. That's a set I've looked at and been like, a couple times. So, all right. So we got. I think we only have one in the set that he had originally, which is that. And I've got several at home, so it's all good. All right. So we got that. Now we just need pants. There they are. So there we go. There is a classic Blacktron figure with the visor. I think just the fact that it's non-see-through visor makes them look just so epically cool. So, move our Blacktron dude down here. Yes, they should. They really. I mean, like they could do it back then. I don't understand why they can't do it now. You know. All right. Back to the ship. Oh wait, no. You know what? We need to do the vehicle first because it is just as important. 2, 4, 6. Nope. We need an 8. This is a kind of a goofy looking vehicle. It's like long, and there's nope, kind of random hair in there, and that's not mine. So whoever owned this, and you can see this was used because the wheel is unfortunately a little bit rounded. I have other ones that I can replace it with. But this is the original set, and so obviously someone chomped on it at one point. So like we did with the, see look, this is another beautiful printed tile piece. Look at that. That's so great. I just don't know why, since Lego has the ability, I don't know why they got away from that so much. So that's important. Printed piece. This is also one of those things that like they did a lot of, to show like, oh, this part can go into another, like the separating pieces you know, can go together and that sort of thing. That's something that's very, very apparent in older classic types of sets and things like that. So, all right. So I'm looking for our wheel hubs. There's one. Always going to have a splash guard, you know, whenever you're running around on the moon or other planets. This somehow got stuck on there. These are, I always love these little control sticks. They're pretty neat because you can do a lot of stuff with them. You can make them antenna, you can make them, if you do them right, you can make them like bug eyes, you can do all kinds of stuff. Alright. Whee! It does still roll, so that's good. Alright, we need those. And we need these. Going the right way? Ooh, that piece unfortunately is a little bit rough. We're gonna have to take that off for now. Unfortunately, that's what you run into with some older sets a lot of times is... Oh, it is a... Okay, so this is... me not paying attention. This is supposed to be a 6 and a 2. That was an 8. But it's a 6 and a 2, so... Or a... I guess a 2x1. So, gotta switch out. Put that. So it's right in between what I was thinking the size was. There we go. So is anyone doing anything for New Year's? Since this is New Year's Eve day, it was funny. Was listening to the radio, going to one of the places yesterday. I think it was we were going to the Springs, Blue Springs, and DJ on the radio was like, you know, been talking to people he knows and people he doesn't know, and they're all like, most of them pretty much are like, what do you do for New Year's? Nothing. Sit at home. So does any of you do anything for New Year's? Huh? Okay. These are probably my favorite control sticks because they have the yellow. So that one of two ways, actually one of three ways really, that they did driving for spaceships is they used the computers, they used a steering wheel, or they used these control sticks. And the control sticks by far are the best, at least my opinion. Okay. And I think the absolute best, okay, so our vehicle's done, so we're gonna plop him on there. And I think the absolute best base that they ever created was the Blacktron message intercept base. There we go. So there's our dude, he's on his card. He's ready to go into battle, even though he has no guns. Alright, back to spaceship. As Benny would say, spaceship. Next week, like I said, I'll be back in my normal stomping grounds, so things will be, I'll have things more adjusted and proper the way they should be. It's just a little different right now. There's a lot of those. All right, so I need a 2x2. I know there was one more. I just gotta find where it's at. See, this is part of the adventure. Looking for the pieces. All of those, man, I got so many of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the ones. 7, 8, 9. These are the Technic ones that have the little stud coming out. So we're gonna, or the pin coming out. Ah, nope. There's 10. That's the last one. All right. Where's the last 2x2? There should be one more. There it is, hiding all the way up there. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2 8s. We're going to combine these together. There we go. Congratulations, we've made a rectangle. Yeah, so is anyone doing anything for New Year's? Ah, now we get to start putting on the wings. And so far, at this point, this is very symmetrical. But what I love about this ship is how non-symmetrical it actually ends up being, which is really cool. Start sticking it out right there, and that's a 10. Yep. See, up to this point it's all been symmetrical, and then it's like, nah, this part's gonna stick out here. All right, flip it over, and we're gonna throw one more. There it is. We need our landing accents, I guess you could say. How's the stream quality? How's the sound quality? What do you guys think? Christmas was good? Awesome. Alright, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Another couple 10s sticking out. There's our last one. Yeah, I had a good Christmas. My actual Christmas was actually traveling, so made it kind of interesting. But, you know, that's what happens. New Year's hike. Oh, a hike. That is cool. That's different. All right, I can see that. Cool. Do you hike at a specific place? Good. Awesome. Do you, yeah, is it a specific place all the time, or is it, you know, do you choose a place for the next year? That would be kind of interesting if you chose a place, because then it's like new year, you know, new experience, so to speak, something like that. These are always cool, these landing things. I like them. 2, 3. Nope, that's not enough. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Alright. Now we flip it back over. Now let's do some more fun things. Thing I always liked also about Blacktron is the fact that they have the best color scheme. It's black and yellow, and it just looks so good. Should be 4 left. Yep, there's 4 left. There we go. Oh, at a local oh, cool. Very cool. Nice. That sounds like something I could I can enjoy that. That's different, you know. All right, so we need. Oh, that's a hinge. Don't need the hinges yet, though. This one seems to have one already. And then these, so classic laser gun shooting thing. Yeah. So up here, and one more. Also on the same opposite. There we go. All right, big long Technic piece. And we've got all these weird, so they have, in order for the spaceships, there's like little landing craft, they have these things. This is how they kept them on there in a nice creative way. They're scattered about a bit, and works pretty good, I think. So making sure I don't use any of these printed tiles, because they go in specific spots. So we need 6 of these. Ends here. Pork and sauerkraut are gross. See, pork is good. Pork is good. I'm not a fan of sauerkraut. I'm definitely not a fan of sauerkraut. Alright, so we need our first printed tile. It goes here. I don't know why they need to put the arrow here on the gun, because it's like, well, of course it's going forward. It's supposed to go that way. You know, ship go forward. Boom, boom. Alright, we need 3 more of these. I got 1. I need 2 more. There's 1. See, this is the fun. Sorting through, finding that elusive piece. That one piece that you're like, it's the last one here, so it's going to be the hardest to find. And then there it is, out of nowhere. Oh, excuse me. I have to stretch a little bit. Put these on here first. Do that? Oh, I have the, oh, I wish I had a brick separator. I have this on the wrong, I have it over one too far. There we go. I don't know how I did that. It's like I have the instructions right here. Like, how did I mess up? There it is. There's the last one. There's no rhyme or reason to the instructions a lot of times too. It's just kind of like, here, throw this in, by the way, do this. You're doing this as well. And there's no piece count. There's no nothing. It's just fly by the seat of your pants. And hope you don't have to start over. What happens at every state? Oh, really? Huh. That'd be something interesting to find out. All right, so now we're gonna build a couple little side builds that go together with this. First side is here. Oh, this is what locks in the thing that it's carrying. This area here is it's carrying a thingy. Is not printed. This is for the engines. As a computer, don't want to use that one. That's a computer, don't want to use that one. That one's blank. There we we go. Hey, Clicking Cliff, how you doing today? Good to see you. I am happy and enjoying the printed tiles that are on the original Blacktron Renegade here. Fantastic. We are building it. And wishing that LEGO did cool tiles like this. Hope you're having a great morning. Hope you had a great Christmas. I know I've seen you on a stream or two here, but hope you're just doing well. And are you doing anything fun for New Year's? Anything? No one. You are going on a hike, which sounds really cool. Just drinking coffee. Well, that's a good start to the morning, right? Right? I'm not a coffee drinker myself, typically. But, you know, that's a good start to the morning, right? I'm going to go ahead of the instructions and put that there because I know that's where it goes. One more. Those are opposing. Those are inverted angled pieces. That's a computer. That's a computer. That's a computer. That's a computer. So I have all the computers out of the way, which is good. So one more inverted piece. The question is, where is it? I mean, if that's the only thing wrong with me, I think I'm doing pretty good, right? Printed tiles, so nice. All right, and that goes there. So the idea is this opens up. You slide in the container that goes here, and then you lock it. You know, close it up. That is classic. Well, classic space, really, in a nutshell. They do things like, because that's what they had in order to work with. And one more, nope, that's not a tile, that's not a tile. I almost want to call it a flat, because that's what we could, you know, there was no specific terminology for these things when I was growing up and doing Lego. So we called tiles flats, because it's a flat, you know, it's a flat, but it's also extra flat. So that's how we term things. So whenever we built Lego, my brothers and I, like if it was a set that was, you know, built once, it was in our pile of Lego, you know, we had bins of Lego. And so like to build something like this, we would be like, hey, you know, the person whose set it is does the building. The other two do the parts searching, which good way to do it, I think. So we had our own terminology as to what was what when it came to building. Because again, there was no official, you know, no official terminology for these things at the time. At least not that we knew. I mean, the internet didn't even exist then. So long ago. Yeah, I think it worked out well because we would all get to build the sets we wanted, and then we built, you know, other things with it, and then, you know, be like, oh, I want to build the set again, and then, you know, there you go. So we had our own terminology, so it was easier to find stuff, so that we can be more building and less, you know, less searching. And so a tile piece, what's known as a tile piece now, was called a flat to us. Kind of goofy, I guess, but no, worked for us. It's, you know what, it can be. It's not so bad. It can be worse. It can, you know, you can find ways to make it better. It just depends. Need these control sticks in a second, so I'm getting them out because I see it in the next step. Looking for one with the stud right in the middle. One more. It's probably the last one of those too. There it is. Yeah, I don't mind actually searching for... Now sorting can be its own version of like relaxing if you're in the mood to do it. If you're not, then it's a chore, you know? All right, let's put a computer on either side. I like the fact that they did the computers, you know, like that. They put them on everything. They had them, you know, they had them there, so it's like not like it made practical sense. That wasn't the point. The point was it was just, you know, neat, and it's just like, hey, you have, you know, a computer there and stuff like that. All right, let's get our 2 control sticks, which in this case, these aren't control sticks. These are just, you know, like communication antennas. Okay, lift those up a little bit because they should be. What else do we need on here? I think that's it for this page. Looks like it. Okay, now we get to do the front craft, which I'm still going to do sideways because then, you know, you guys can kind of see it. All right, let's move this out of the way a bit. Put it up here for the moment. Out of the way, and let's do, oh no, I combined, I didn't want to do that. Combined all my pieces there together. These are probably my favorite rocket engines that they did. These are like the classic engines. Do anything for New Year's, Cliff? The only person I know that's doing anything is UR is going for a traditional hike. It's something, I guess, that happens at the state parks every year. You do a hike, so a New Year's hike, which I've never heard of, and I think it's pretty cool. So. Sleep. See, that sounds like the best idea. It does. It really does. There we go. I like sleep. Sleep is good. Though I tend to, I don't know, I tend to not need much sleep. So, you know, this is a classic space piece. It could be used for a lot of different things. I need 2 more of these. A lot of those. those hanging out over here. Hi. Good to I know the feeling. Like, I feel sad in a sense, because it's like, man, you know, sometimes I did fun things for, like, New Year's, for the main holidays. But, like, you know, I feel kind of the same way, though. It's just like, eh. It's like, I feel like I should do something, but at the same time, it's like, I don't really want to do anything, you know? There we go. Come on, there we go. Lego needs to fit. Headlights. So headlights, it's funny, headlights have been around for a long time, the headlight pieces, but you know, they were not used necessarily for snot bricking, or as, I mean, that's what they used as snot bricks back in the day, because that's what they had. So before they add actual snot bricks. Is that a special piece? Nope, it's just that. Okay, making our wings so like whenever it separates from the main ship, it, you know, wings open up. Another thing that is very much classic space-ish. Nope, not that one. What is that? Ah, there it is. That's different. Little bit of a tile piece, or not a tile piece, a roof piece there. Here we go. This is our classic Blacktron printed tile. It goes right there on the front. Classic guns go here on the side. This is interesting. So we got two more hinges to go on the other side, but they go differently than the first set. They cross here in the front. The other two were in between. They were behind, and they folded together. This set is open, so it can only go so far. So nice. Nice open and close. Two last computers go on the back here. That's so I guess you can control the wings from outside the ship. I don't know. Alright, and that's two. So here's the other thing. So like I have to put two of these 1x4s plate pieces, and they don't show, you know, it's like, hey, 1, 2. They don't show that in the instructions. It's just here. You gotta figure it out. Just by looking. There you go. It gets solidified. And yes, I am reading this sideways. Okay. There we go. There's our windscreen. Now we've got two of these to put on, so I have this one that's a little bit not as nice on the bottom, which means it can go in the end here just fine. base. There we go. Snapped in there. Okay, so now we get to put this with the rest. So it goes into the Technic slots, and there we go. Move these out of the way. There we go. I'm getting it together. Not sure what this is. That should not be in there, but that's what it was. All right, on to the next. So now all the things are this way, so I'm gonna do it this way, so just so it's easier for me. Fold it back. Oh, for the Lego. So how many pieces is it going to be? Oh, well, that's a good reason not to party, I guess you could say. I mean, like, you can't depend on other people having stuff you could handle, I guess. But yeah, I understand that. So I do need this piece, and unfortunately it's stuck in that, so. Oh man. That's gonna have to stick out. I'm gonna have to get a different one, but that's gonna have to stick out because it's stuck in there. So kids, don't try that at home. Never, ever, ever. Only adults can be stupid like that. Okay. I didn't realize that came off, but I guess that goes as part of the ship too. So again, I've never had this set, so so all of this is, I mean, like, I've seen it, like pictures of it, but like it's like the actual build and everything is new to me. So I'm discovering things just like you guys are. It's like, oh, well, that's kind of interesting. This is almost like the little, this is like an artificial intelligence, like a little robot portion of this set. It's a gun, or it's eyeballs, depending on how you want to look at it. So, yeah, it's like, hello. And then it goes on the end here, which can be used to fly the ship, I guess, if you wanted to control it like that. So there's that. Looks good on the camera, nice and visible. All right, now we got to do two of these. These are the little ships that go on the very top, that go on these wing things here, and it's a cool way to, you know, stick these on there. We're gonna do them one at a time because the instructions are all on the same page. So, oh, okay, and oh yeah. That would. That's a smart thing to do, actually, is to use the map. But like, I dislike the fact that that is the Lego set that has the most pieces right now. Just because of the fact that it's like, oh, they're all little tiny pieces. That's pretty much what it is. They're ooh, that one's a little rough. Still snapped on. But again, this is a used set, so some of the pieces are a little rough. Control stick and control stick. Go. First little ship. And next little ship we'll do. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I get that. It's just, It's just funny. It would be almost like you would have to do a printed map with specific areas where like you could stick your minifigs on or stick your figures on. Because I think, if I remember, it's been a while since I played Risk. I think you can only have so many troops in specific areas. I think there's a limit. And like when you get invaded, only so many can attack or something. I can't, like I said, I can't remember the specifics. It's been a while. Need a 1x1. Black, and then that should be it for those. And I'm not seeing one. There it is. It's hiding. Second ship. There we go. They're just little escape craft, I guess. But they actually go on to, so we have these little got these little things that they fit onto. And they fit rather nicely, it looks like. So your little escape craft go on there, and they just fit. So that's kind of cool. Bigger on. Oh yeah. I've seen those kind of things. All right. So again, same thing. We need to move this guy out of the way as we start finishing this up. We got to do the thing that the vehicle actually fits into. We have to take our dude out. Now we get to use more of these printed tiles. So the difference between this ship and the new Blacktron one, from what I've read, is that the vehicle actually, we're gonna take this guy off. The vehicle itself actually fits inside here, and then that's what carries it whenever it's with the ship. Difference for this, or for the new one, will be the vehicle actually goes kind of in the middle here, and it's going to have a release thing so that you can just drop it off, which is cool. So, but next week you guys will find that out because I'll be streaming building that next week. Okay. We got these to put on. And then once we finish this little container here that's in the middle, we've got the last two rocket engines that go on the back. And that is it. We are going to be done. Three hinges go here. These are some of my favorite pieces too. I mean, like, I got them initially with what was still Classic Space. It was not Futron, but it was the Polaris 1 Space Lab. They had these. These are really cool pieces. All right, flip our instructions. Getting more colorful as we start putting on more of the lights. They definitely knew when they were building these things how to make it so that like it would like we put a tile here just so like whenever it closes it runs into these things and it stays kind of nice. Alright, so we put these little gun things on the top. Can't push them down too far. There we go. And this goes on all three of these. Maybe. There we go. So we take the vehicle, we put it in there, it fits perfectly in there, and then you close it. And it just fits. You gotta, there you go. Kind of snaps down. And then this whole thing just goes, well, sorry, forgot. You have to open this first. This slides in, and again, we got the Technics that this pushes into. There we go, and then that closes. There you go. So our ship is almost complete, almost. Now we got to do two of these. These are our rocket engines that go in the back, and then we are done. We're good again. We're going to do this one at a time. No need to rush. I mean, I am timing it, but, you know, again, no need to rush. And that goes right there in the middle. These are also one of my favorite parts is the little robot arms. Those are just awesome. So clips in there, holds it down. That engine's a little rough. It's got some markings on it. So first engine there. I gotta get this first. Just making sure overview wise we got everything. Okay. That there in the middle. This goes here. That goes there, right? Right. So in order to, this again, this is the way they did things back in the day. In order to make sure that things stayed together. Oh, that goes there. I was like, what? Just like Lego, I got an extra piece. So in order to make sure that this stays closed and doesn't swing open, they actually use this piece that goes in between so it doesn't force it open. You know, it doesn't accidentally come open. Looking over everything to make sure I didn't skip something or whatever, but it looks like I have everything on there. Let's put our engines on. Ta-da! And we got to put on our slightly mismatched tubes here. One goes here. I love these things. They're so cool looking. Even though this one is a little bit is not the right color scheme, it's close enough. There we go. Blacktron Renegade. Let's stop the timer, pause the timer, whatever. 50 minutes. Look at that. That is the Blacktron Renegade in all its glory. So let's, you know what, I'll put this back down. They actually showed back in the day, like, it's like, oh, well, you can take, these are all different Blacktron sets. That's the Bat Tracks. That is the gift with purchase. Well, back then it wasn't a gift with purchase, but that is the gift with purchase. That came out last year or whatever. But so the play features make it so, like, you know, I mean, obviously cockpit opens. Put a dude in there. Let's do that. Put him in there. Have him flying the thing. There we go. So cockpit opens. Oops. I need to sit him back a little bit. There we go. There. So cockpit opens. These things swing. This up and down. All the different things that are going to separate we're going to do now. So this, I didn't realize this comes off when it decides to. There we go. So what this shows is, like, we can separate a whole lot of things. So we got that, we got the main part. We got both engines come out. Okay? Both engines. And then you have this, which is our little container that holds the vehicle in it. What this does is this allows us to do multiple configurations, okay? So we take this, we open this, take our vehicle out, there we go, all right? So what this does is we can do one of two things. If we wanted to, we could have this ship, the little cockpit, just put an engine on it, and it's ready to fly. You know, you put the wings out and it's ready to fly. Zoom, okay? The ship could also have this and put an engine on it, and it's a little bit bigger, you know? Oh, sorry. Now it's ready to fly. Zoom, okay? So you can have that with it. The other thing you can do is this guy now has his own little, like, he's like a little robot drone. He's like, so he's got his own little engine. That's a powerful engine for this guy. So, yeah. And you could have him even do, he could even, you know, be the one that's in charge of this, you know? So, overall, pretty cool build. I'm glad I got it. Really neat to finally get. And like I said, these two, so there's two ships over here. Not the easiest to take them off, but you know, we got these little escape craft that come off, or explore craft, whatever you want them to be. But those go there. So, like, yeah, pretty cool set. Again, glad I got it. It was the last one I needed for the classic Blacktron. I have the Blacktron base, which has to be absolutely the best base. Yeah, it's a great play set. And let's close this back up and put this piece on here. I think Cheap Ass gave me a couple extra pieces because this doesn't have a friend. That one doesn't have a friend. That's a hinge piece. And yeah, I think based on, I'll go back through, but I'm pretty sure I got everything where it's supposed to be. Double check, always double check. But it looks like, yeah, I got both of those. Nothing there. That's our little gun guy. Yeah. Yep, looks like I did everything correctly. Doesn't always happen. So, there we go. It is 10 o'clock. Took a little bit less than an hour to do. Really cool. And again, this is something that they had to do back in the day, was make lots of play features and make things interesting, because they didn't have as many pieces as they do now. Yeah, it was just not like to make things fun and be like, okay, let's add some hinges, let's make things connect and separate, blah blah blah. That was something that was very, very much part of the space system. all the way through, because after Blacktron, they did Space Police, because you have the bad guys, you need the good guys. Space Police started adding in cells that you would put onto the back of ships and things like that and take off with them, and you would trap the Blacktron people in them. And then after that came M-Tron, which was magnets, which was a completely different idea. And they did okay, but it wasn't something that lasted very long. The magnets were not, they didn't last. They lost their power after so long, and you can see that in a lot of things. So, in fact, you can see that they used the magnets in the first Star Destroyer, the first UCS Star Destroyer, and it ended up being pretty bad for that, because especially for the bottom ones, they're always falling off. So, but yeah, there we go. So this is, well, a couple new things. So this is not new. This is old, but new to me. Blacktron Renegade. This is the original. Next week we're going to do the new one, which is the Icons, which will be different. Then we'll do a little review. We'll compare them. New camera, which seems to be picking up everything very, very well. All the details and stuff. I like it. Lighting isn't the best. I had to hang. I have a little flashlight light hanging here just so everything can be illuminated good. But in my, my normal place, it'll be much better. So, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a happy New Year. Have a brick-tastic New Year. And until next week, where we'll be doing that new Icons Blacktron. Until next week, as always, may the brick be with you. Keep on building. We'll see ya. Have a happy New Year.